Hello, I'm Greg Miles. Auto sales coming out this afternoon. GM out in the next hour. The automaker, a big presence at the Los Angeles Auto Show. Joining me now is Bryan Nesbitt, General Manager of Cadillac, to talk about it. Bryan, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Bryan, as you know, Cadillac posting a 22% gain in sales in the month of October. Do you expect the same gains when the numbers come out for November in about an hour?
Well, we'll see certainly when those sales come out. We do see some improvement, and a lot of that can be attained to our new product offering, the SRX crossover. It's in the luxury crossover segment, and we're finding that it is registering and finding some appeal in the marketplace.
And how about the CTS wagon, which is a rather novel entry for the American market, kind of the first station wagon in a while?
Absolutely. It's a very import-loyal segment, and this is really bringing in a very different customer for us, and intentionally so, someone that probably would only consider an import and bringing that into the Cadillac family. They're just now coming into dealers, so we're not in full inventory right now, and there's probably only one at a dealership near you. So we'll get into fill later in early next year.
Bryan, as you know, Cadillac, a luxury brand. How has General Motors' reorganization and bankruptcy changed Cadillac's strategy, the way you attack the market?
Well, I think there's been a lot of dramatic changes internally for us, and one of the largest is just understanding how to really communicate to the customer more effectively and more efficiently. And many times in the past, there was kind of an economy of scale of going to the customer almost in a generic kind of commodity GM fashion. And that doesn't really become very relevant at the customer level. And the emphasis has been really, these are very powerful brands. They're significant brands. We have huge investments in them, and brands like Cadillac have a big future ahead of them.
How about this? I noticed when I looked at the numbers from Edmunds.com that all the luxury car makers, or most of them, are offering big incentives to move their cars in the market in 2009. Cadillac averaging about $6,000 for both leased and also, pure buy vehicles. Do you plan to reduce those incentives?
Well, certainly incentives have some type of role in the overall packaging, but absolutely you always have to manage your supply and demand and exactly what kind of penetration and incentives you have. Right now, our incentives are somewhat capped on capacity as far as overall lease penetration, and as we continue to look at new ways of building capacity, that'll have some influence on that as well. But as far as overall incentive rates, your value proposition comes very factored into that kind of total package for your average transaction price. So, right. For instance, on our SRX, our incentives, I think, are quite competitive without being exorbitant.
Bryan, we got 20 seconds left. Tell me, what's Cadillac's biggest challenge right now? You got about 15 seconds.
The biggest challenge, I think, is just changing the false awareness of the brand. There's still a lot of old DeVilles out there, and that really doesn't reflect what's changed in the quality and robustness of the hardware that we're offering today. Okay, and that gets confusing for people.
Bryan, we got to go. I want to thank you very much for your time. Good luck in Los Angeles. There you have it. Bryan Nesbitt, the General Manager of Cadillac.